Kenny and folks. At a very young age, to me, nature was secondhand. I was fortunate to grow up with some of my Native American elders who used to take me hiking out as a young age. My cousin Rogelio or Corcha, and I lived close to the hills, and so I had a creek just 2 blocks away from where I lived. So to me, nature was really easy to get to. I'll tell you, back in those days, my brothers, they took me up in the hills. Check this out, the weirdest story ever, man. They took me up in the hills, and they took me up there, Kenny and folks, and we went to back hiking in what is known as the Dakota Hills, where I grew up in. So it took me about a mile and a half back, and my brothers, Raymond and Ruben, they gave me a stick. They gave me a hiking stick. And they told me, hey, bro, you got to find your own way home. They pushed me down and said, find your own way home. They're older than me. And they ran, man. They took off running. And I'm all there alone. And I have my stick and I'm all alone in the wilderness. And I'm all trying to keep up with these dudes, but they're way faster. They know the trails more than I do. And they're gone. And before they left, they just said, follow the creek home. So I followed the creek home. As I'm following the creek home, I have to walk a mile and a half back even to get to where I need to get to the trail to get home. So anyway, along that way, I called it my first enlightenment, man, because, right then I knew that I was destined to be a naturalist. I felt good. I felt good here. This is where I belong. And I don't know, you might say it's been a lifelong endeavor after that. So that creek, that played an instrumental thing in my life because I had to get to school. There's a bridge, and then right then you get across the bridge. Check this out. One day I was looking at my school, and I was looking at the trail that went right into the creek, and I took off. I don't know. I just couldn't get enough of nature right there, and then like the educational systems that we have here didn't make any sense to me because I didn't want to learn what they wanted to teach me and what I needed to learn. I was telling my dad that he's all, because I was cutting class, going in the hills, and my parents